What's up, people? It's Nature Girl 30 here. It is cold outside. It is rainy. So what I have decided to do was to bundle up and actually do a Q&A. Why not? Besides, you guys actually send me some nice questions, and thank you, Final Limits 1, for actually keeping it down for the 15 question max. I appreciate it very much. It'll be easy for me to get all the questions out to you guys. But anyway, let's get started on this Q&A. My first question is going to go to Supreme Spider-Man, Real Spider-Man, I guess Real Spider-Man Noir fan. I hope I said that right. Um, are you into white girls and would you date one? Um, I'm not gay and, well, I'm not really, I mean, I don't mind being friends with girls, but I'm just not into them like that. So, um, and I guess that doesn't really answer the question, what kind of girls would you date? Honestly, if I ever really I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really think of girls in that way, but to be real, if I was in a scenario like if I was a guy, I don't know. I really can't picture anything I can't really picture anything like that. I really can't. I mean, I try to put myself in that scenario, but I can't. I'm not really into girls in that way. But but sorry I couldn't answer your question. Um, okay. Final limits 1. You sent me 13. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. What do you think of Zach Gowen? Man, that name sounds familiar, and I can't really think of who he is, so it's been a minute. Would you ever date a guy or a girl you find attractive but smokes? I keep hearing that question for every Q&A that you've been on, whether it was the British Fist, Daniel Parkins, or NJ's. Well, actually, I don't know if I think you did for NJ's too, but honestly, I'm not really into smokers. Pretty much because of the fact that I just don't like that whole bacony smell when they sweat. And I have a few people that I know that do smoke, and my ex smoked, and he smelled like bacon when he sweats, and sweaty, nasty bacon, not the nice hickory bacon. It wasn't a nice smell, so no, I wouldn't be into it. Um, what are your favorite characters from Final Fantasy VIII? Good grief. I like Sephia. I mean, I think I not Sephia, but Selfie. I think her name was Selfie. She was she wasn't bad. She actually did surprise me when she had one of her finishing moves, the end, and I had no idea that anything so peachy and nice and sugar coated would literally be a deadly finishing move. So she wasn't bad, but I think I will always like Renoa because Renoa was I mean, there was a lot of things about her. She was really mysterious. There was a lot of things about her. She was pretty much an enigma of the entire game, and I really did like her character, especially her relationship with Squall and how it ended up growing and how she ended up knocking down those icy walls that he had built around himself and how they ended up growing within each other. So I actually like Renoa for that reason. And I like Squall as well, because he was diehard. He was pretty brave, and his moves were pretty awesome. So yeah, those are my 3 favorite characters. Um, do you lift weights? Sometimes. I haven't really done it in a while, but when I do, I try not to overdo it, so I don't be like, it won't be like China or anything. But I do it just to keep myself strong. Um, do you know the Hodge twins? Look them up on YouTube and tell me what you think, if they're funny or not. I like the Hodge twins, to be honest with you. I've watched the Hodge twins, especially their intros. It's so funny. They really have gone beyond talking about pop culture, and then they're actually going to advice. They really kind of changed their channel up a little bit, and I think they're nice to look at. So I have no problems with the Hodge twins. I think that they're funny sometimes, and they kind of remind me of folks from my neck of the woods in Atlanta. And how they are. So I actually, find them pretty funny. Um, what do you think of JTG? I miss Crime Time, and honestly, he really did bring out a lot more in Crime Time than Shad did, in my opinion. I think that he was Crime Time. He actually did bring out the thug in Crime Time, while Shad was just playing one on TV. in my opinion. Not saying that he wasn't from around the way. I'm just saying, like, he was pretty much the whole sophisticated hustler more than JTG, who was strictly a thug. Like, he was straight up thugging. Like, you can't really say that Shad was thugging. I say Shad was more like a hustler. But anyway, your thoughts on Crime Time's vignettes and their debut in '06. At first, I did not like Crime Time because I thought that Crime Time was just a flat out stereotypical insult to every black man on the planet. And you know how a lot of black men are trying to overcome the whole thug gimmick and how people think that every black dude from the inner city is a thug. But at first, I didn't really like that, but then they kind of grew on me because they ended up becoming like really interesting characters, and how JCG was the thug, and while Shad was the hustler. And you know, I kind of dealt with the whole hustle kind of thing, you know, money, money, yeah, yeah. You know, I thought that was kind of cute. It kind of grew on me after a while. So, you know, they're not so bad. Thoughts on Lauren Conrad? I didn't really watch The Hills. I wasn't really into The Hills. But anybody that does something on TV that is somewhat positive, well, I don't really know what to say about The Hills. The Hills is kind of, she was actually on The Hills, and then she was on Laguna Beach in The Hills. I don't know. I just thought that show was shallow. So I really, the fact that she ended up having a fashion career out of it, more power to her. But I really wasn't a fan of The Hills or Laguna Beach because it was just totally shallow, and that's just how I saw it. What do you like most about Final Fantasy VIII? Final Fantasy VIII was probably the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played. I liked it because of the open world atmosphere, that you actually had a chance to like literally go out and just deviate from the mission at sometimes. And it also gave you an interesting way on how to strategize, how to take an opponent down. I really didn't get into how to build the character up. My sister was awesome at that game. I mean, seriously, she built up she got so many ultimas. She was able to fuse ultima with this and that. I can't remember how it used to go, but all I know is she was she knew how to play Final Fantasy. She was better at it than me. But I like the whole storyline of Final Fantasy, as well as the graphics. The graphics were phenomenal for their time. And it was on the PlayStation. And the PlayStation really wasn't giving out as much. But the fact is, Square Enix went far beyond the Call of Duty with that game. And especially what they were working with was phenomenal. I really wish they had voices, but unfortunately, you know, it was with the PlayStation, so there's only so much you can put on there. But I have to say, I didn't necessarily like the ending because you wasn't sure if it ended or not. We just sat there literally in front of the TV set, did not turn the PlayStation off for at least 2 hours because we were not sure if it ended or not. But it was really a great way to go, and I actually did like that game because of the storyline. It really did go well. How old are you? I'm 32, about to be 33 in March, about close to the end of March, and I am proud of it. What year did you start watching wrestling? Probably around maybe 86. I was 6 years old when I got started watching wrestling, and I really got into it when I was 8, around 88. So that was a time when it was around the golden era, and it was pretty much at the height of popularity because of Hulk Hogan at the time. So that's when I really got into it. That shows how old I am. What did you come up with that username? How did you come up with that username? Okay, there's two prime good reasons for my username. Number one, I'm a huge mark. And I don't mark out that often, but I'm a huge mark for the Nature Boy. I love the Nature Boy. I even got his autographed picture in my house. I love the Nature Boy. And I like nature in general. I'm not like a zealot for like environmentalism or whatever. But I like the outdoors. I like going outside. I like smelling the fresh air. I like adventuring outdoors, hiking and everything like that. I'm an outdoorsy kind of person. So it's kind of 2 and 2 tied in. And I was 30 years old at the time when I came up with that name. And that was when I actually started doing YouTube videos when I was 30. So the Nature Girl 30. I had no idea it would stick. I thought it was ridiculous at the time. But hey, it stuck. But and your next question, your final question is, what if The Rock was revealed to be the leader of the Aces and Eights? That would be hilarious. That really would be. Honestly, straight up funny. That'll be something that I will really stay in tune to watch. Um, Now, my final set of questions come from Napoleon Guru. I have no idea what you mean by him. How will he come back and when? How will he come back when we won't support them? I have no idea who you're talking about. Napoleon Guru, send me these questions again, but kind of reiterate exactly what you're talking about. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a show that I'm supposed to get or something like that. But I do appreciate you sending me questions. I just don't know how to answer them. I don't even know how to answer will you marry him or her? I have absolutely no idea on how to answer these. So just if you can rephrase them and send them to me, then I will answer them back to you the best of my ability. Thank you guys for sending me so many questions. I really do appreciate it so much. Um, Nintendo Fanboy 1988, I did not forget you. But you send me so many questions, I'm trying to figure out a way to separate them and break them down because I'm probably going to do maybe a set of 3. And next time, when I actually do have more questions, I'm probably just going to do maybe a few of them at a time because you sent me so many. And it actually put it up to 30 minutes and it took nearly an eternity to upload. So I'm probably going to have to split up all of your questions and put them up maybe a few times at a time. But thanks, guys, for sending me questions. This is it for my Q&A. This is NationGirl30 signing out. Off. Peace out later.